All right, all right. All right. Shalom, shalom. Shalom. We the Hebrew Israelites, son of salvation right here. As always, come back to you brothers and sisters with another live lesson through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shema Shah. And before we get into this live lesson, we'd like to give all honor, all praises, and all glory to our power, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushua Ba'Shem B'Kadash. All right, double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, and the elders that rule well, and salutations to the hopeful elect, to the house of David, house of Dawadah, Lord willing. This is an edifying and exhorting lesson to you brothers and sisters out there. So we're going to talk about different things and just flow in the spirit today with this lesson. And in this lesson, we're going to deal with the famine, because there's going to be a little famine in the land. You know, the scriptures talk about the famine of the word, which is spiritual, but it's also so you got the spiritual famine that's coming and a physical famine that's coming. So, you know, Lord willing, we can touch on both, but I wanted to deal with the physical famine because of recent news regarding EBT SNAP benefits. You know, and they was estimating, I think, 1.7 million will be, according to World Star, about 1.7 million will be cut off from EBT. So I want to go into the famine as a token, and hearing that news about the EBT recipients being cut off from EBT is a token from the Lord that judgment is coming, that evil time is ahead, that things are about to get rough, things are about to get more intense on the earth, man. So I want to touch into that, you know. 870 million. See the brother bring that out, brother?
Right now, something huge is happening in Washington, D.C., and it could have devastating effects on our city. The House of Representatives just passed a bill that includes nearly $1 trillion in cuts to programs that help people afford food and health care, including SNAP, SNAP-Ed, and Medicaid. This isn't just a budget cut, it's a direct threat to our neighbors. These are programs that help parents put dinner on the table and keep seniors from choosing between food and medicine, that support families just trying to get by. SNAP, which many people still call food stamps, helps more than 1.8 million New Yorkers buy groceries. SNAP-Ed programs, like our very own program Cook Shop, teach kids and caregivers how to make healthy meals on a tight budget. These programs improve health, support independence, and give families real tools to make the most of what they have. If these cuts go through, New York City could lose $870 million in food support. That's tens of millions of meals gone. And the burden would fall on food banks, soup kitchens, and community pantries that are already overwhelmed. And let's be clear here, the bill still has to pass the Senate. That means there's time to act, but we need to act now. Tap the link in our bio to contact your local representative. Tell them to protect SNAP, protect SNAP-Ed, and protect New York. Because no one in the city or this country should be going hungry. Right now, something huge is happening in Washington, D.C., and it could have devastating effects.
So pretty much, it's about the bill having to be passed. So if it is passed, they're saying by November 1st, those bills are going to be cut, man. I mean, a lot of people aren't going to be able to afford food anymore, man. And like the Ak was saying, that's the famine. That's the famine in the land, man. You know, Jacob's trouble is upon us, man. Like the Ak was like.
Come. And it says right here, the brother Jim is standing firm too, posted this. It says the food stamp program will run out of money in 2 weeks, and roughly 42 million people are at risk of losing critical food systems in November amid the federal government shutdown. Right. So this shutdown is going to be the leading cause for what? For the cutoff for EBT recipients, man. Yep. So that's going to be a leading into a famine, all right? And it's going to also leading to what? A crime rise, a rise in crime, a rise in crash outs, because you're going to have more crash outs than ever before, and you're going to have more increase in crime, because if Jake can't get it through the system, Jake is going to get it through illegal means. Yeah. If people can't get it through the system, if they can't feed their families through the system, right, through the legal means provided to them, they're going to do underhanded methods. They're going to do illegal activities in order to feed their family. They're going to rob, steal, and kill to feed their families. So the crime rate is about to spike up. You see what I'm saying? Things are about to get more intense on the earth. Exactly. Got another, yeah. Things are getting rough out here, you know? Things are getting rough. I had Look, I got another article about the car industry. How people, how less people are owning cars this year because of because financing is getting tighter. People are now having to make the choice of whether have a car or pay their rent. Because according to World Star, it says finances are getting tighter. That the reality for millions of Americans reportedly struggling to keep up with rising car payments, with new car prices soaring and inflation squeezing every dollar. Repossessions have hit their highest level since 2009, with over 1.7 million vehicles seized last year alone. Experts say that the average car note now tops $750 per month. And some families are forced to choose between keeping their car or paying rent. So imagine you struggling to keep your car, right? You got to make the option. Finance is already tight as it is. This article is proving it. You got to make the option of choosing a car or paying your rent. And on top of that, you a welfare recipient. And now you hearing news that your welfare could get, your EBT could get cut off, man. Shit is about to get intense. You either gonna crash out or you gonna do some illegal shit to try to feed yourself and your family. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no other way around that. You know what I mean? You either gonna do some wickedness to try to get ahead, or you gonna crash out, or you gonna off yourself. Because a lot of people gonna off themselves too. Suicide gonna increase. People gonna off themselves, man. Because they can't live without their EBT. They're gonna off themselves, man. A lot of people are dependent upon that EBT, right? They go into Ezekiel chapter 7 verse. Matter of fact, bring out anybody got precept?
I mean, I had the, because he was talking about the famine, but I want to bring that up just there.
Yeah, we could bring out some precepts on famine. 105:15. I was thinking about Genesis 39. Too. No, we could bring that into the famine with Joseph, the famine in Egypt. So there's a spiritual called Egypt. So there's a famine that's going to come into this land. You know what I'm saying?
We got precepts, so we going to bring it up.
All right. I'm going to get to the point. I'm gonna get to the point.
Okay.
I'm gonna get to the point. Because this is Genesis chapter 40, and this chapter, just to give a little context, is speaking about how Joseph was basically was called by the Pharaoh because the chief baker remembered him because they did prison time together. So he remembered Joseph's gift to be able to interpret dreams because while they was in prison, Joseph interpreted the chief baker's dream.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when Pharaoh told, and at this point, and we're going to read, Pharaoh told Joseph his dream. So now Joseph's about to interpret it because he wanted answers. He wanted to know what the dream meant. He knew it was important, but he didn't know what it means. Like, he was curious about it. You know what I'm saying? So he wanted to inquire and find out more about the dream. So this is Genesis chapter 40 and verse 16. It says, when the chief baker saw that the interpretation was good, he said unto Joseph, I also was in my dream, and behold, I had 3 white baskets on my head, and the uttermost basket. No, Salakia, this is the wrong dream. It's 41, Salakia, forgive me, it's 41. I get to the point. I'm going to read down to verse 8. It says, Genesis 41 and 8. It says, and it came to pass in the morning that the spirit was troubled, and he sent and called for all the magicians of Egypt and all the wise men thereof, and Pharaoh told them his dream. But there was none that could interpret them unto Pharaoh. So because Pharaoh had this dream, and he was so curious about it because he knew it was important, he called all his magicians, right, his wise men, and tried to break the dream down to him, but they couldn't. They didn't have the gift, they didn't have the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Now you know that gift or that ability to interpret dreams comes from Yahweh Shemel Shah. They didn't have that gift. Verse 9, it says, then spake the chief butler unto Pharaoh, saying, I do remember my faults this day. Pharaoh was wroth with his servants and put him in ward in the captain of the guard's house, but both me and the chief baker. So now the chief butler is remembering him and the chief baker when they did time together. You know what I'm saying? And he remembered the outcome of that, how he escaped the butler because Talaka, yeah. He remembered that account of when they was in prison together, right? Verse 11, I'm gonna read 10 again. It says Pharaoh was wroth with his servants and put me in ward in the captains of the guard's house, both me and the chief baker. And we dreamed a dream in one night. I and he, we dreamed each man according to the interpretation of his dream. So while they was in prison, because the Pharaoh was mad with them, so he put them in jail. You know what I'm saying? So it had to be some high security facility. You know what I'm saying? But he threw him in what could be considered a max prison. They did time together. So when the chief baker and the chief butler did time together, the chief butler is recalling the account of what happened, how this young, and he's going to call him the young man, a Hebrew, right, which was Joseph, interpret the dream. And what happened? The chief baker died on the Pharaoh's birthday, but the chief butler lived, right? Right, and he remembered that, so that's why it's recalling to his mind. The Lord putting that spirit on his mind and be like, hey, and call back Joseph because he remembered the promise. Because he told Joseph while he was in jail, like when you get released, just tell Pharaoh about me. You know what I'm saying? See if he can get me released too. You know what I'm saying? And he forgot about it. So he wound up doing all that time. You know what I mean? And the scripture don't expound on how much time he did in jail, in prison, but Joseph did time. You know what I'm saying? And he was wrongfully convicted because he got in there because of what the Pharaoh, what his master's wife said, and that was a lie. Yeah, he tried to rape her. Yeah, but he did. But you know, they took his word. They took her word over his.
See, that's what that scripture's talking about.
Yeah.
Every wicked woman, rather, a wicked woman is the portion of a man, a wicked man. And that's what she is. That's what she's like. She said, she tried to finesse him to sleep with her, and he was like, I'm good, I don't know that. That shit hurt her feelings. She went back and said, you tried to rape her. And that's, a lot of women do that shit, though. In real time, you know what I'm saying? A lot of men is in jail for those types of crimes. And they didn't really do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, wrongfully convicted.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna go to verse 12. It says, and there was there with us a young man, a Hebrew, servant up to the captain of the guard, which was Joseph, right? And we told him, and he interpreted to us our dream, to each man according to the dream he did interpret. So they both had a dream at the same time, the same night, and he interpreted both of their dreams. He told them what it meant, right? Which was what? One would live and one would die. The chief butler lived. They didn't. Verse 13, it says, and it came to pass, as he interpreted to us, so it was, he restored unto my office, and him he hanged. See, that's the butler. Restored to my office. So I got my job back. Right. But the baker is good. Right. See what I'm saying? Then Pharaoh sent and called Joseph, and they brought him hastily out of the dungeon, and he shaved himself and changed his remnant and came unto Pharaoh. So they cleaned him up. They released him because because of what the butler said. And he was desperate. Pharaoh had to be really desperate to go with what the butler was saying. Because not even his wisest counselors could help him. His wise men. You know what I'm saying? Not even his position. All the wise men and men under him could help him, you know. So he was desperate. He really wanted to know what he was going to make. He felt it was really important. He was very serious in the spirit. He felt it in the spirit, like this was serious, this was important. So that's why he listened to the butler that talked about Joseph and said, all right, I'm going to release Joseph. And that's what happened with Joseph. So now, I'm going to get to verse 15. It says, and Pharaoh said unto Joseph, I have dreamed a dream, and there is none that can interpret it. And I have heard say of thee, if thou canst understand a dream to interpret it. And Joseph answered Pharaoh, saying, it is not in me. Yahweh shall give Pharaoh an answer of peace. All right, so I'm gonna scroll down because if you verse it down, it's talking about Pharaoh explaining the dream of Joseph, right? All the details. So I'm gonna go down to verse 25. And Joseph said unto Pharaoh, the dream of Pharaoh is one. Yahweh by Shemel shall have showed Pharaoh what he is about to do. The 7 good kine are 7 years, and 7 good heirs are 7 years. The dream is one. So it all mean the same thing, right? This all an entire dream. But he's breaking down the parts in the dream. You know what I'm saying? It's all one dream. Okay? Verse 27, and the 7 thin and ill-favored kind that came up after them are 7 years, and the 7 empty ears blasted with the east wind should be 7 years of famine. And this scripture remind me of Acts 2 and 17. It says, in the last days, that young man shall see dreams, and thy daughter shall dream visions. See what I'm saying? Because it's testimonies and people going online talk about they seen famine, right? That they dream described a famine, right? An unprecedented famine in America. How people were starving, they fucking ribs were touching their stomachs. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't find no food. It was scarce out here. You know, they was sickly, they were weak. There's many testimonies online showing that. You know, and that's what this dream reminds me of. It's good. There's like so great out there. Right.
It was notable to me that we stayed inside. Talk about that shit on that team shit.
Right.
But that's the more sense of humor though.
Right, that's the same.
Basically like prophesying to them in a foolish way that
You got them in derision. You got them in derision because that's what they actually gonna do. They saying that for jokes. I remember that trend. They were saying that for jokes, but they literally gonna do that. They're gonna wind up eating their children. They're gonna wind up eating their pets, all for the lack of bread, man.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, Yahweh Shema Shabbat. So I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna read this last verse. It says, and the 7 thin and ill-favored kind that came up after them are 7 years, and the 7 empty ears blasted with the east wind shall be 7 years of famine. So in other words, Joseph, based on the details that Pharaoh gave him his dream, Joseph is breaking down the dream to him, what the details mean. So in other words, based on Pharaoh's dream, Egypt is going to go through 7 years of famine and 7 years of prosperity, and they have abundance of food. You see what I'm saying? And as you read further down this chapter, Joseph advised him like, hey, during these years now, which is plenty, when you have food, you need to store that up. So that when when the years of famine hit, you have food already stored up. So your people don't starve. See what I'm saying? So that the land doesn't starve. And Pharaoh took that advice. And because of that counsel, he raised up Joseph to be a governor. Second, right under Pharaoh. He gave him that much power. You know what I'm saying?
Look at that video of these people playing games, man. They think it's a joke, but it's not a joke. Check this out.
I'm so hungry I could eat a baby. Oh,
I'm so hungry right now, I can eat a kid.
They don't
But
know.
the point is, they're gonna keep going on and on and on. But the thing about humor is humor is a reflection of reality, man.
Yep.
And this joke that they playing is to come. It's gonna come to pass. But see, history actually repeats itself after us, because this is what was going on before. When there was a famine in the land, they teach their kids and shit.
Like during 70 AD, during when the siege of Jerusalem, during the Roman army, right, and the city of Jerusalem got besieged, the ones that couldn't escape, they starved the city out. They cut all supplies going in and out the city. So when the food ran out, when the goods ran out, right, they started eating their children. And that time is coming back again, because these people are gonna be starving to death. Literally, they're gonna starve to death. They're gonna starve to the point where they're gonna be eating their own children as a way as a way of substance, as a substitute for the lack of bread. You know what I'm saying? And I believe this through the Spirit. I speak as a man, but you know in the book of Eli, how they checked the fingers. And remember Eli was talking about how the human flesh and start shaking.
Right.
Like I believe that's gonna be a side effect of them eating their babies. You know what I'm saying? Tasting human flesh. Their fingers gonna start shaking. And these people, little with no sit-up, they already been eating human flesh. Why? Because they put that human flesh inside the fucking fast food chain.
Right. McDonald's is a big advocate of that.
Yeah, bro. That's why they be seeing baby teeth. And remember the count, the elder apostle Gabar did a lesson about the woman finding jaw in a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? They put human flesh, decomposed bodies inside these fast food restaurants, man. That's why the elders and apostles gave that order not to even go to fast food restaurants, bro. We don't be going to KFC and Popeyes and, you know what I'm saying, Chick-fil-A and Golden Corral and all that extra shit. We don't be doing that. We don't be doing that. Hell no. Right? Because we trust the wisdom of the elder apostles, because those are wise men, and we understand what's inside that food. Human flesh, poison. You know what I'm saying? We already know Ezekiel 4:13 says our food will be defiled in the land of the Gentiles. But that don't mean what the scriptures also say, use wisdom.
So just think about it. Beef is expensive. Real beef is expensive. Cattle is expensive. You think they're just gonna give you $1 cheeseburger?
Exactly. That don't make sense.
That's funny meat. That's not real beef. And that's far from what real beef look like. Even the ground beef that come in the packs.
The point of that,
That's not even real.
the weird part about it is it don't die. It don't die. You know what I'm saying?
Like with the McDonald's food and these fast food, they don't get them home. And people they
he
use
took the
right.
shit and put it inside some molten lava type of heat.
And they did not know.
And it did not melt.
So imagine that shit sitting in your stomach. So you got people that doing experiments on YouTube with the McDonald's burgers and shit, fast food burgers. They'll take the burger and they'll put like substance on it and see, or they'll leave it there to see if it's gonna mold and decompose. They don't do that shit. It's
Five guys decompose. They burger decompose. He did Burger King and Five Guys. Everything else died except McDonald's. McDonald's burgers did not die. Shit was like looking like fresh, brand new. You know what I'm saying? And that's good.
Yeah,
It's looking like you just cooked. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, disgusting.
Yeah.
It's wicked, but yeah, the testimony
That
there
shit
on
been-
YouTube.
And it was 30 days.
Yeah, but see, that's why the Lord got put the spirit in the people to do these experiments, right? Esau,
Sure,
as the scriptures
yeah.
say with Esau, thou art wiser than sinners. You made a diligent search. Got these Edomites doing these experiments and different projects to show, to just more for edification for you. To show you like, hey man, these fast foods are not what you think it is, man. You get caught up in the advertising, you looking at the fucking images and the commercials, you think the shit is delicious, and you think it's real food. But see, they put chemicals, that's drugs. That shit is crack, man. That shit is drugs because it tricks your brain into thinking it's food when it's not. That shit is straight poison. You're paying for poison, man. Stay away from Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Golden Corral, Burger King, Taco Bell, all that bullshit. Stay away from that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Those got all the ones too.
You know?
KFC, Popeyes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look, that shit moving.
Five Guys, all that bullshit. You know? At the end of the day, I mean, we eat Jamaican food, but that's home cooked meals. Yeah.
That shit like eating pork, bro. It's not pork.
No, it is.
Nope.
Because they don't change their grease.
Right, that's
Whatever they
what-
frying, they're frying everything in one thing.
Right, with the Chinese restaurant, I would say, just to add to brothers, don't go to the shit in the hood. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go to more like the city ones, the exclusive ones. The ones that got the 4.55 one. Yeah. You gotta go to the good ones.
Because that's a part of wisdom. Like, you see that sesame chicken, bro? What kind of chicken is that, bro? How the wind blow this thing is going out?
Right.
That's great.
Yeah.
Can we go back to
But yeah, with the Chinese restaurant, you gotta go to a more authentic one. You can't go to the bullshit in the hood. But the hood one, they give you the crude oil and all the bullshit.
But if
Yeah,
you
and they
notice
probably-
something, like, hold on real quick. If you notice something about the Chinese, right? When they up, yo, he kicked that shit. He was like, silly. Why is he moving? But when you go to the Chinese restaurant and buy your food, why are they always eating soup? They don't even eat what they're selling. You understand what I'm saying? They got a whole nother fucking pot and shit that they cooking out of and eating from. You know what I'm saying? So the point is, you gotta eat what they eat if you're trying to not be poor. You know what I'm saying? Eat what they eat.
Lawfully, though.
Yeah.
But they eat pig,
Well, not that.
octopus,
Yeah, you know, yeah, they eat all
jellyfish.
eel, seafood, black bird, black dog,
Ducks.
pigeon, ducks.
They eat everything under the sun, man. Shells,
Yeah, they eat it right.
clams.
They eat frog legs and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Alligator fritters. Shark.
I seen them eat a camel head.
Oh my god. Yo, remember that Eve that ate a fucking boar head or like a pit pork head?
Nah, she ate a cat, I think. Or some shit.
No.
Got sick, right?
It was a whole. I think I know the video you're talking about, but nah, it was a. I think she was a southern tribe eating wicked as fuck, bro. And I think you remember, not to talk about, it was on his page. She had a whole big head and she bit the ear off. I was like, oh my god.
This is why our people is destroyed, man. It's because they eat things that's defiled, man. They eat things that was specifically made for us not to eat. The pig,
It's not made
his
for human
purpose
consumption.
is right. His purpose is to clean the land.
Right.
He's a cleaner. You know what I'm saying? Just like them shrimps, the oysters, the mussels, the
Lobster.
scallops, the lobsters,
They
the
clean
crabs.
they
All of
clean
them,
the
man.
ocean.
Why you think Florida is so fucked up?
And also too, I seen an article from the brother posted, dolphins are getting Alzheimer's because of the dirty water. Because the water so defiled that now dolphins are getting Alzheimer's. And the dolphins are extremely intelligent. And they get dumbed down because of the pollution. Letting you know that if that's in animal life, that the dumbing down of the people starting with the diets, man. Because all the GMO food and the shit they put in it, they literally dumbing the people down. So us using wisdom and having this truth, we gotta take extra care of our diets and when we put in the temple. This is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 6. It says, I start at verse 5. Thus saith the Lord power.
Because remember, like, too, with the oil situation, they fry everything. They fry shrimp in there. They fry pork in it. Yeah.
Yeah,
They put
that's
everything.
it.
Not only that, they don't change their oil, but they put all, like, you got people that's allergic to certain shit.
And they don't care.
They don't care.
Right, that's why you gotta go to an authentic one. Because you can tell them, hey, I'm allergic to this. Make sure that you cook it.
See,
what I'm saying?
they was putting out neighborhoods basically to gain wealth.
Right. And that's
You
a
know
part
what
of the
I'm
purpose.
saying?
Right. They was gonna
Yeah.
open up, you gonna be the head, they gonna be tail. You shall come to them for the one and eat all things. So when you want a snack or you hungry, you gotta go to Moab. You gotta go to Esau for your food, groceries. You gotta go to Moab, you want some takeout. You know what I'm saying? You got Jake that do takeout, but you got Moab and these other nations doing it too.
This is why you need to learn how to cook. You know what I'm saying? It's important that as a Jake, man, you really need to learn how to cook things daily.
Because these people don't care about you.
Right, because
They don't care.
yo,
They'll
if
put
I
anything.
go to the store like Whole Foods, right? If I go to Whole Foods, right, I'm gonna get some turkey, right? That turkey that they giving me is baked from real turkey. It's not processed, and they cutting it off of like turkey breast or something inside. You get what I'm talking about? It's a real turkey. So when I take and make that sandwich, I get some good bread, right? I make the sandwich, I heat the damn turkey up, I make a gravy, I put onions, mushrooms, and everything. Because the thing is, you want to hook it up the way you would get it hooked up in the store. So it'll keep you from going to these places. You know what I'm saying? Because you like, hold on, I can make that very thing like this. I'm not paying my money for that. I might as well buy enough meat that everybody can get fed in the house. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you going to the store, spending $10 on a fucking hero, right? And this dude giving you some processed meat. Nobody knows how long that meat been in there. They don't even know they. I never see somebody know they meat. I don't understand how turkey has a fucking a lifespan that long. Where you come in week in, week out, week in, week out, week in, week out. You see that fucking meat getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. That shit been there since June. You see what I'm saying?
Right, because that's how the meat suppliers work. In the supermarket, they don't. If they meat expired, they don't throw the meat. They just spray chemicals on it.
They put these preservatives on the
Yeah, and you
on
sell
the meat.
and just sell it, change the dates.
Yep, that's it.
Because they can't afford to switch out the flour.
I call it dead day. Dead food that died again. You know what I'm saying?
Another thing too.
Like when you go to these bullshit ass supermarkets, man, like Associate and all of these type of shit right in the neighborhood, don't fuck with their meat, man. Because they meat, it's like they get meat from stores who come to the expiration date or get close to the expiration date and start getting rid of it. They go to them stores and buy that shit or even find that shit somewhere in the dumpster, flip the date, put more fucking Kool-Aid on that shit so the meat can look real red and fresh and all of that bullshit. They're killing you, man. You open that meat up, that shit smells so crazy. You be like, I bought some Cornish hens from a supermarket like that one time. I took that shit back. I passed that man the bag. He was like, what the hell? I said, yeah, that's the shit you selling. That's the shit you selling people, bro. He was like, well, man, before you give me my money back, man, we're going to have a whole problem. Talking about if I wanted. Man, I'm not ever coming in this store. For nothing. I wouldn't buy a fucking paper towel out of this store. That nigga's crazy.
You know they grills, right? You go in there, you like, let me get a whatever. And they don't clean their grills for you. They ain't clean their grill every time they cook you a chopped cheese or bacon that. You could, yeah, but we talk about.
I don't buy nothing like food wise. I don't be buying shit like that from the stores, man.
Don't buy that from this. Don't buy nothing cooked off from the grill. You know what I'm saying?
I'll make my own food, bro.
And the same thing with your cold cut sandwiches. Like I was talking about heroes. Like they be chopping pork. You think they ain't pork residue?
Exactly.
You turkey,
On that same motherfucking machine. Yeah.
They're not cleaning it for you. They're not cleaning that shit every time. They're not cleaning it. Y'all jakes is.
I ain't go front. A lot of shit.
Y'all just.
They don't sell pork in these stores.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? A lot of the ox, they don't sell pork. You kind of be alright with certain things. You know what I'm saying?
But it be the Spanish. Be like Jake. His store. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They sell pork. They sell that ham and shit.
They love that shit, bro.
Wow, this is Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 5. It says, thus saith the Lord power, and evil and only evil, behold, is come. Verse 6, an end is come, the end is come, and watch it for thee, behold, it is come. So evil days are ahead, right? We're at the end. And as we grow closer to Yahweh shall return, as prophecy is unfolding and is being fulfilled right in front of our eyes, the earth, things are going to get tougher. Things are going to get tighter. There's going to be more evils coming down on the earth, right? More plagues, more pestilence, right? There's going to be a famine in this spiritual Egypt, which is called America. And it's pertaining to Revelation 11 and 8, right? This is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. So in spiritual Egypt, aka America, it's going to be a literal famine, just like it was. And when you read Genesis, the 41st chapter, in ancient Egypt, right? The same thing that happened in ancient Egypt is going to happen in America. In spiritual Egypt, they're going to go through a famine. But this time, they're not going to have any counselors or anybody to get them out, to bail them out of the situation. Lord ain't going to send them. They, as the Lord said, you know, you shall not see any sign but the prophet of Jonah. Only thing they're going to hear is the prophets, man. And they're not going to take heed to that. But the Lord's not going to give Esau no advices or counselors on how to overcome the famine, like he did with Pharaoh. You get what I'm trying to say? By setting up Joseph. All right? The Lord is not going to do that with Esau in spiritual Egypt. They're gonna go through a famine. All right, this land will be hit with a famine. Okay, and a lot of these people that's walking past the camp is gonna starve, man. They're going to starve, right? And they're gonna die from starvation.
What happens is that people don't believe shit until it actually happens.
That's a lack of faith.
Right, and that's another thing that goes on with people, man. They not prepared. They don't fast. They don't know what it is to not have a meal, you know?
Right, because if they do it now, they're gonna have withdrawal symptoms. Literally, they're gonna start getting sick,
You got
bugging out.
But for real, like you need to take a break on food. Period. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta give your body a rest, man. First off, you eating beef all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? If you eating beef all day, every day, when are you allowing that stuff to die? You know what I'm saying? You're not. Put food on top of food. You know what I'm saying? The point is, people not prepared, and they're not gonna get prepared. They're not gonna try. What's gonna happen is that, like the Lord said, you're gonna get caught like a thief in the night. Right? When he come in like a thief, everybody gonna get robbed.
Give me that precept where it says, "I piped on you the song, but you did not dance." I think that's Matthew maybe 10 or 11. I think it might be Matthew 10. You piped, but you did not dance. You lamented, but you did not. We cried, but you did not lament.
Right.
Meaning, y'all, the brother gonna bring out the precept, but y'all not taking heed to the warnings and the message. This is why y'all gonna die. 2/3, as we got the 2/3 chart, the chart here, 2/3 are gonna perish and die. Why? Because they're not taking heed to the warnings of the Lord. The reason why the elect is gonna make it because they are the elect. They're gonna take heed to the message, to the warning of the Lord, right? They're gonna get themselves spiritually and mentally prepared for this famine that's about to hit, for Jacob trouble that's coming, for the hour of temptation that's coming upon the earth. You see that? 2/3 don't give a fuck. 2/3 is ignoring the warnings of the Lord. 2/3 do not care about what the Lord has to say. Hence why they're gonna die. They're gonna die a grievous death, man. And to starve to death is the worst way to go. And famine is a good indication to show you that America is gonna go through third world country problems, man.
Right.
The shit that you see, the issues that you see overseas in Africa, right, in the Middle East, America gonna go through the same shit, man. But y'all not built for that. Y'all not prepared. Y'all living in peace and safety. Y'all got it good here. And y'all not ready. Y'all gonna fucking die by the wayside, man. These are the facts. Calm, man. Take heed, Jay. You gotta take heed, man. Lord got men on the earth, prophets that he set up to warn you, to tell you that evil times is coming, to warn you that evil times is coming, that perilous times are ahead of you, man. Not lying to you like the pastor does. Not saying that everything gonna be good. Like it says in Jeremiah 23rd chapter, tell you that tell you lies, like all is well, and no evil gonna come upon you. We're not doing that. Because we are sincere, man. We're not doing this for the bag. We're not doing it for fame and glory. We're here to do the Lord's work, and we're here to warn our people of the dangers and perilous time that's coming to them, man. Jake don't have no fucking idea because pertaining to Isaiah 30 chapter, you niggas trusting the government too much. You niggas love the government. You niggas trusting Esau too much. Egypt. You can bring that out. Yeah, Isaiah 30. You can start at verse 1. The point is, you can start at 2. Start at 2. But yeah, y'all trusting the government to the point where now y'all think by November, sometime November, that the government gonna reopen. There ain't gonna be no EBT shut down. You know they gonna fix that shit. No. What happens if it lasts up all the way to January 2026? Then what? Then you went months without EBT. They're gonna be y'all in strengths, man. Y'all in trouble, man. I need to get right with y'all power, man.
Crazy part is you struggling right now with the breakthrough and the other bills. So now imagine you don't have the luxury of those food stamps to purchase your food. Now you're gonna have to spend cash. You have to go in your pockets, man.
Yep.
And you know, you know, if you single person, parent, single mom, and a few kids, you'll be in trouble, man. That's why you need to pray to your power, man. The thing is because the Lord is gonna feed his people, man. He's gonna feed his prophets, man. And if you a woman and you among the Lord's men, he's gonna make sure you are right as well. So, you know, hey man. We ain't out here shooting.
Gotta listen.
Right, we not out here shooting at the wind, man. He's putting these words out here, man, so that people who need to hear it can hear it, man. But you can't just hear it, man. You have to actually utilize these words, man. You gotta actually put these words into action, man. You gotta apply it, man.
You gotta take heed to the instructions that's given to you, man. You can't just listen and just be on YouTube and just listen to the prophet, but you're not getting active. Get involved. Get active. Get active, man. Get active. The Lord wants you to be active. He don't want no fucking cheerleader. He don't want no bystander. Get active. Get involved. Right? Whatever your calling is, do it. You know? And you can repost. You make a repost channel, do that. You know? Record lessons, study, man. If you could do a highlight reel channel where you just showing like the highlights of camp, or what the spirit hit you to highlight this portion of camp, do that, man. Those can turn into lessons. Those forward the ministry. Because then brothers can see that and then make it to a lesson. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you the channel where you could show like articles and, you know, information, world information, news and stuff like that, do that, bro. Because then, like I said, that's all edification. All things work good for them according to his purpose. As it's written in Romans the 8th chapter. So all that's going to be, all that, like it also says too, you cannot do nothing against the truth but for the truth. So all that is going to add to the forwarding and the benefiting of the saints, man. Or the forwarding of the ministry and the benefiting of the saints. So do your part, man. And you are Eve, you know what I'm saying? And he a man of the Lord you dealing with. Don't give him a hard time, right?
Make his lecture sure, man.
Right.
Be
Be a pillar of rest, man. Be his helpmate. Don't be his damn burden, bro. Don't give him hell, man. Don't be his damn demon.
He already got hell, man. You already going through it.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be Satan to him, man.
Right. Don't hurt.
Don't just give him a hard ass time, man.
Right. Over and over.
Because for you sisters, y'all got work to do too. As it is written in 2 Peter 3 and 5, as Sarah, right? Because the apostle people was going to Sarah. How the women in the truth should model themselves after Sarah. Meek, humble, obedient.
Right.
Take on those traits, take on those qualities. Studying Proverbs the 31st chapter. Taking care of a home, taking care of a husband, taking care of a family. That's what the Lord want to see out of our women, man. Out of you sisters, man. Not just sitting there doing nothing, watching the video, like, I like that, yeah, elder, yeah. Just being a cheerleader, you not fucking doing nothing and getting involved, man. Lord don't want cheerleaders. You either hot for this thing or cold, man. Lukewarm is not going to take it. Tell you that in Revelation 3:16. If you lukewarm, I will spew thee out of my mouth. Get the fuck out of my face, man. Lord don't like lukewarm individuals. So you got to get involved. Do something. You know what to do in the spirit, man. The Lord put it in your spirit to do certain things, man. Get it done. Get it done. Yeah, bring out that Isaiah 30.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 1, 2. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin.
Right. That's the point, right? Because if you have something to follow behind, which is righteousness, you'll move in that manner. But the thing that you're doing is you following the traditions or the workings of the evil, man. The heathen, those different nations, man. You following behind somebody who gives less to the fuck about you, who got you in the predicament that you're in. Why do you think the Lord was punishing us the way he was? Because we was following the rules and laws of these other guys, man. What he said? Bring that back.
Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Yahweh,
Right?
that take counsel, but not of me.
See, that's the point. You take counsel of some people who give not a fuck about you, nor follow the Lord's statutes and commandments of the Lord, who gave you rules and regulations how to live. to be above anything and everything on this planet, man.
Right?
You fell from your glory. We could go to Psalms to find that out. Ye are gods, but will die like men.
Psalm 82:6.
Exactly. So you already know, man. You fell from grace, following behind those chumps, man.
Following the
And
heathen.
that cover with covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. You following Egypt. Egypt's gonna lead you to death. All the philosophies, all the
Abomination.
just the world in general. You
gotta
celebrating
go.
these wicked ass holidays. You listening to the government, thinking that he on your side. He's not on your side. He about to strip everything from you. What's that precept? I should take the benefit from Jerusalem, something like that.
You could look it up. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the benefit, and that's why they taking the EBT from y'all.
Said it again, see?
He said, I'm gonna take the, save the Lord. He said, I'm gonna take the benefit from Jerusalem.
Right, but they taking EBT because they trying to start a civil war, which is AKA Jacob
Because
Trouble.
what's that other
That's old
precept?
prophecy.
They have received benefits and have not known me. Y'all receive everything that the Lord have given you, and you give glory to an idol, or you have not known Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, or His Son Yahweh Shai.
Right,
So
I tell you that in Isaiah the first chapter.
you're gonna eat the fruits of your own works.
Yep. The
Everything
ox
that's-
knowing his master, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel do not know me. Israel do not consider. So you got dumbass animals who know who his master is, but you don't know who your power is, right?
Right.
And that's because you were distracted with everything in this world and not taking heed to the prophet, not taking heed to the word of the Lord. Fine, I got this. Let me just bring out this precept to back up the point. This is Ezekiel chapter 2 and verse 8. It says, I saw that verse 7. Con. Let me start at verse. I read verse 1. It's a short chapter. It says, and he said unto me, son of man, stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee. And the Spirit entered into me, and when he spake unto me and set me upon my feet, then I heard him that spake unto me. So we hear the voice of the Lord because the Holy Spirit came on us, the same as it came on Ezekiel, and we're standing upon our feet, right? And we go into
See that we out here.
Revelation, the 12th chapter, when they talk about they stood upon their feet and those that saw it was in great fear. That's what's happening now. The men of the Lord, the prophets, they're waking up to the truth. And not only that, they learned, studied other teachers, and now have became teachers. You see, the men that studied under the teachers, under the elder apostles and elders of Great Millstone, they themselves became teachers. Hence us, watching the lessons, studying, listening to the elders, listening to the apostles. Now what teachers? Now we're teaching. See, that's all through the Rakak Badat, the Spirit, man. The Spirit that been on us to listen to those men, to be humble and listen to those men. They hear what they had to say, to be more open-minded, right? And now take the notes, receive the information, and be able to deliver it to you, to teach it back to you Jakes out there, so-called Black, Latino, and Native Americans, man. The Lord doing that today, starting with the elder apostles on down. The Spirit hit them to meet them, and they've been going for 40 years, nearly 40 years, man. 30 years plus, man. Going hard, teaching. Yeah, and then the elders 20 years plus, 15 years plus, man. Going hard for the Lord, teaching, warning our people, exhorting brothers and sisters, right? Giving correction, but they've been doing the Lord's work because of the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shah. And it's that same Spirit while we come out week in and week out to do it and do this work, to do the work. So all praises go to Yahweh Shah.
All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh.
How about Shem Yahweh Shah? No credit goes to us, but all praise and honor, glory, and credit goes to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah.
Prophecy that we stand, like what you said before, we standing upon our feet. That's the prophecy. And that prophecy is Yahweh Shah. So really, Yahweh Shah is talking to you through us.
That's right. We just vessels. That's all we are.
Right? The Bible says that.
It's a
My
vessel.
mouthpiece is the service, the prophets. I will do nothing. It says, surely the Most High will do nothing, but He revealeth the secrets unto the servants, the prophets.
Hebrews 17 and 10. But the scriptures say we are all prophets and servants. We're just men at the end of the day. That is scripture
17 and 10.
Yeah, that scripture's gonna highlight that we're just men at the end of the day. That's all we are as men. We ain't nobody. I'm just a man. But the Lord found it fit and called me to be His vessel, and called me to be His mouthpiece to speak these words unto you. But at the end of the day, I'm still a man. So I don't big up myself. I don't boast of myself, but the one who sent me. I'm telling you of the one who sent me, which is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. We are not our own. Yep.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 17 and verse 10. So likewise, ye, when ye shall have done all those things which are commanded you, say we are unprofitable servants.
Right, we just men. We unprofitable servants. We humble, man. We just men. We ain't nobody. You should really give the credit, the honor, and the praise to Yahweh Shemam Shah. And then you got these reprobate Israelite kings, right? Right, they boasting them. They using the truth to boast themselves. Like you should worship me, you should praise me. They want the heathens and other them to bow to them now. We gonna get that glory in the kingdom. That's not fun now. But they want that now. They want people to bow to them, show them all the flattery, all the respect, put money in their fucking coffers and shit, put money in their cup.
Sell you a Hebrew name?
They'll have the cup right next to camp and be like, hey man, if you really feel sorry for what you did to our people, donate a couple dollars. Silly niggas, man.
How shall whip their ass for turning the church into merchandise?
Right, a house of prayer to the den of thieves.
How shall actually whip their ass? Like,
Change the tables in the house of the Lord, bro. The Lord don't fucking like niggas that want to turn the truth into merchandise, man. Freely giving is for we freely give.
Right.
Roughly paraphrasing.
No
You
problem.
got it.
Free
Freely give the water. You got it for free. You supposed to give it for free. That's what's commanded of you. Because this is not of ourselves. Ephesians 2, 6 through 8, man. It says what? You have received this faith by grace.
okay.
And not of yourselves.
Freely give.
Right, exactly. And not of yourselves, lest any man should boast. We have nothing to boast about. We have nothing to brag about. We are just unprofitable servants. We are unprofitable servants, like the scripture says. We ain't shit, man. We are just we are earthly vessels. We are weak. We're worms. We're nothing. We're earth and ashes. The treasures is the most important thing. The Lord just seen us fit to give you the treasures, man. That's it. We're just messengers. That's all we are. We're unprofitable servants, man. We're humble.
Being meek and humble, that's right.
That's it. We're just servants. We're here to give you a message, to do the Lord's work, and that's it. Bring it out.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 17 and verse 10. Likewise, ye, when ye shall have done all those things which are commanded you, say, we are unprofitable servants. We have done that which is our duty to do.
That which is our duty to do. This is our duty, man. We're commanded to do this. The Lord will kill us if we don't do this. We'll be blamed of putting the Yahweh Shah on the cross, bro. That's a heavy offense. Yeah, because you a traitor. You are in the spirit, in the eyes of the Lord. You a traitor, man. You a witch. You gonna get put to death because you put the son of Yahweh to shame, which is Yahweh, to an open shame by doing that. Because now they can talk shit because of you. Because you was going hard for the truth for past couple years, and now you scoffing and talking shit. Now that gives them the free reign to talk shit. Putting the Lord to an open shame, man. God forbid we ever do something like that, man. The Lord commanded us. He died for us. He shed his blood for us and commanded us to teach our people this word, to tell them about their sins. Isaiah 58:1, man. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet and show my people Israel their sins. So we don't give a fuck about your feelings. We're going to tell you what it is, man. We're going to give you the 100% truth, man. With the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemam Shah. We don't give a damn about your feelings because we got a job to do. We fear the Lord, man. We understand the Lord will hurt us if we don't push his word. The Lord will kill us if we don't push his word. The Lord controls life and death. He controls everything. He'll make life real hard, man. Homeless, fucked up, if you're not. Sickly, if you're not. Suicidal, if you're not. Lord could really do it to you, man. Put the spirits on you. And you won't mess up out here. must push his word. We have to. And this is why this ties into what we read in Ezekiel 2, because Ezekiel was a watchman, he was a prophet. And the Lord is sending us to prophesy, to be watchmen under Israel. So if we see the dangers, our job and responsibility is to give you the warning. That's why we came out here and said, hey man, famine's coming. That article that we talked about with EBT recipients being 47 million potentially being cut off in November of EBT is a token from the Lord that there's going to be a famine in the land. Warning, ding, 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 ding. Alarms is ringing. Exactly.
What's that movie?
With
Don't be a menace.
Marlon Wayne. No. Yeah, he like message.
Yeah, Keenan, older one.
Yeah, he like
Hey,
message.
look, he was a damn post office man.
Yeah, he like
So he delivers mail.
right.
Messenger.
You're a messenger. See?
This is the book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 17. For therein is the righteousness of Yahweh revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith. Oh, 26?
Right, so we live by faith and not by sight. I tell you 2 Corinthians 5 and 7. So that's faith. We're in this thing by faith, and we're going to say anything by faith. We must have faith. It's impossible to please Yahweh Shema Shah without faith. So you need faith to do the work. You need faith to please the Lord. You need faith to serve Him. Without faith, all your works is in vain. All your works are in vain. So we need faith. We must have faith. And that's what the Lord, that's who the Lord going to deliver. The Israelites that have faith, as it is written in Luke 18 and 7. Shall I find faith on the earth? Roughly paraphrasing. The Lord is looking for those that have faith, and you're going to find it amongst the elect. Because He know the only one that will have faith in a faithless and wicked generation is those of the elect of the nation of Israel. The Israel of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. The believers, the true believers, man. Those that worship Him in spirit and truth. Not your average everyday Joe.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 26. For this cause, Yahweh and the name Yahweh Shai gave them up unto vile affection, for even their women did change their natural use into that which is against nature.
Right? Meaning what? The Lord gave them over to homosexuality, lesbianism, right? LGBTQ activity, perverted fetishes, freakism. You know what I'm saying? The Lord gave them over to that because they're not His. And He don't give a damn about them. At the end of the day, man, he want to destroy them. That's why He gave them over to them demons, man. All right, you go have at it. Demons tearing their asses up. They into all type of wicked shit. You know what I'm saying? They got weird addictions and fetishes and shit. Niggas probably eat soap. Niggas probably eat bars of soap and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like it's candy. Niggas, you know what I'm saying? Bugged out. Oh, I remember this one YouTuber. He got famous because the dude was pouring. He in a fucking. He had like cups and jars full of pee, and he poured on himself. Like bugged out, demons on him. And he boast about pee like it's the elixir of life. This nigga talk about pee like it's the elixir of life. Like bugged out.
Look at the book of Isaiah.
These are the vile affection that the Lord is speaking of. Niggas addicted to their car. Some of y'all addicted to fucking iPhones and Androids and shit. Addictions, man. These are the spirits that the Lord gave you up because you're not His. And He knows that.
Right, they got weird ass fetishes, boy. You got women, it's this one chick, she got rich off of selling her panties. She was selling her panties. Like, I think she like soiled them, wore them, walked around, did all kind of weird shit in them. And then sell them. And people was buying. And she made $1 million off of them. $1 million.
I was just trying to say it ridiculous.
Yo, what kind of life you got to do that? To buy some stupid shit like that? Who the hell are you to be paying for some dumb shit like that? What type of person are you, man? You get where I'm coming from? You gotta be sick, man. You gotta be sick mentally, man.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66. in verse 4. I also will choose their delusions.
Come on, man. That's the Lord. The Lord saying that He will choose your ways of thinking. This is a prime example of you not having the free will that you always claiming you had. How you got free will when the Lord chooses your delusions? He's choosing your terrors. He's making you do the valley shit that's gonna destroy you in the end. Because he has no use for you.
All right.
Once you become useless, guess what? You get cast out, man.
As the Lord said,
thrown to the side.
y'all could bring out that precept. He trampled upon the salt. Year of Matthew 5. You're the salt of the earth. If the salt loses flavor, it's trampled upon. Meaning the Lord don't give a damn about the heathens because the heathens have no flavor. So He's going to trample upon the heathens.
Right.
And also the 2/3 because they lost their flavor. Whatever virtue or the spirit that they was born with, they lost it. They just complete demons now. So the Lord going to trample upon them too. 5. We can start at 17 or maybe 15.
Let me finish up this.
Come on, bring it out.
Verse says Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 4. I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear, but they did evil before mine eyes and chose that which I delighted not.
Say that one more time, Mark, please.
Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 4. I also will choose their delusions, and I will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer.
And like the Lord said, He's going to choose your illusions. Some niggas think they Power Rangers.
I just seen a video with this lady, and she died. She was a dolphin or some shit. She thought she was a dolphin, and she jumped in some water and fucking drowned.
Fucked out. Delusion. Some people think they dolphins and shit. Tacos, cars,
Hold on, I'm gonna pull that out. I gotta pull that out.
cell phone, cats, dogs and shit, trees, babies. Fuck the hell out. Grown ass men thinking they babies and shit. Thinking that fast food is healthy for them. That's a delusion. Because some people really believe that. They think Popeyes is the healthiest shit on the earth.
That's just not being fat.
You know, but that's a strong delusion to them. They like, man, this shit is good. If it tastes good, it's good for my body. That's how they think. Strong delusions. You know what I'm saying? They think drugs is good for them. Strong delusion. They think weed is gonna. And actually, there was a study that came out that the brothers posted that weed increased the chance of heart attack and stroke, bro. It significantly increases the chances of heart attack and stroke. So weed ain't even good for you. When niggas are argue down for some weed, they'll be like, man, weed the best shit ever. What you talking about? Weed is good for my lungs. It's good for my stress. It's good for my health. I ain't had no weed, I'll be crashing out. Oh, man. But that's how they think. I mean, I had no weed, I'll be crashing out. I need weed. It help my blood pressure. All this nonsense. Yeah, man. People got strong delusions, man.
No, here we go.
And one of the strongest delusions, and these people think the EBT gonna they think the EBT gonna flip back on, man.
Woman trans in Table Rock Lake as a trans dolphin.
Stupid.
Who says woman died,
Stupid.
woman drowned in Table Rock Lake as a trans dolphin. Choose your delusions for you, man. That's the word of the Lord, man. The Lord not playing with you.
That's the power of the Lord too. See, the Lord says something, He gonna do it.
Right, His word don't come back.
The fact that y'all 2/3 think that y'all gaining something by ignoring us and saying that mouth, nigga, that's the power of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. you to praise the Lord that you blind, because he said he was blinded.
And what the scripture say, he also chooses fear upon you.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it over. Oh, I'm gonna start where I left
Job,
off.
right?
It says, and I will bring
Job, right?
I will bring their fears upon them.
Oh.
It says, and will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear.
So the Lord said, it's lucky. So the Lord said he gonna bring their fears upon them. And one thing a nigga fear is not eating, not having no food in the refrigerator, empty refrigerator. Niggas scared of that. That's a real fear.
It get deeper than that.
People scared of an empty refrigerator, man. They be panicking like, ain't no food in here. What's going on? Ain't no food. Ain't no food.
What I'ma do? What I'ma do?
What am I do? Damn, oh man, damn. Where the food at?
Like, the scariest part about famine is that once you get to a certain point, of not eating, you're gonna be like tools, and you're not gonna be able to eat. That's how bad it's gonna get. You're gonna be so weak, you ain't gonna be able to eat. Your body can't do it.
Oh, you don't gonna have the energy that's the food. Yeah.
You're going to lay out, and that's now it's your countdown.
Oh.
And in that time, it's gonna be no fucking hospitals. Don't forget that we're supposed to have a blackout. Don't forget, it's gonna get dark, really dark. Like I mean that. It's gonna be on some shit like, yo, get your food in the day, right? And by nighttime, get to your dwelling. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord's gonna get the killing y'all. Y'all 2/3, y'all ain't gonna get shit. Y'all just gonna bug out and y'all gonna be killing each other like y'all already are. It's gonna be a purge. Like y'all think the purge is like fake. That's called the revelation of the method. Why do you think every purge movie was always about America? That's the revelation of the method. That's what the Freemasons do. They have to they're only justified in doing something if they show you. If you think it's fake, that's on you. America will go to purge, bro. It's gonna be worse than a civil war. This is the end of America, Babylon. Y'all niggas is gonna kill each other, eat each other. It's gonna get fucking demonic. And you women and children out here, I feel bad for y'all, but I don't at the same time, because y'all don't care. Y'all don't want to get right. So the thing is that whoever perished being innocent, all right, we're gonna look at it like that. That's our strength. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that if the Lord is killing you, he's doing it for a reason. He's not killing you for no reason. So we're not gonna really feel bad for you. You did something that offended our power, the Heavenly Father. So, you know what I'm saying? That the Lord is gonna deliver, but he's also gonna destroy. And America, that time is coming. And our people don't see it, right? They're blind, right? They're spiritually blind, because remember, there was a council in the heavens talking about who were blind and 2/3 the best. So there's really spirits that's making you not want to listen, covering your ears. You thinking it's funny, hee hee ha ha.
Right, that Job, the first chapter, and it did with the counsel of the Lord, saying, oh no, that was dealing with Ahab. I think that was 1 Kings, the 18th chapter, or 2 Kings, the 18th chapter, dealing with King Ahab, you know, who was basically one angel that they're going to send to basically get Ahab to go into the field so they could kill him. What plan they were going to do to knock off Ahab? So they had a hit out order. The Lord had a hit order in the heavens, man. And when the angel came up with the idea, one of the angels said, oh, I'm going to be a seducing spirit onto him. I'm going to be a lying prophet. And it convinced him to come out into the battlefield and then get slayed, roughly paraphrasing, you know what I'm saying? So there was a hit. Yep. We'll bring it out. There was a hit out in the heavens, man. I believe it was 2 Kings or 1 Kings, the 18th chapter. So that's what's going on now. The Lord already predestined this, that we're talking about the famine, the pestilence, Jacob trouble, the hour of temptation. He already predestined this in the heavens, man. And that's what's coming about. That's what's going on right now. Mom, bring that out.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 19. And woe unto them that are with child, and it says, and to them that give suck in those days. You women, right? And it's funny because the Lord is doing this, right? For judgment. Because there's a lot of wicked. Right? And you're going to be with your baby. And not only that, when this famine coming, when it's a blackout, what man going to want to protect you? You've been a whole asshole. People don't even like black women and Spanish women no more. Y'all going to be asked out. Y'all the majority. Y'all got children with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord did that on purpose. You kick the man out, and Esau for them little EBT benefits. You always being a demon to him. He left your ass with the baby. You got all these niggas. These niggas is not gonna defend you. The Lord's gonna put the spirit on them niggas to leave you. And it's gonna be fucking scary. Y'all gonna see how scary it's gonna get. And the terrors of the Lord. Because when we tell y'all to do right and stop being a damn demon and learn your position, study the Bible, but y'all don't wanna hear that. Y'all like, oh nah, you think you higher than a woman. Yeah, man is more superior than a woman. Yes. I'm sorry you live in a faggot ass queendom and Esau, he's a faggot his damn self. Esau, he's a mo, he's a freak his damn self. You know what I'm saying? And he think he's a trans. He promotes that wickedness. And he'll even say that a woman is higher than him.
Your president, Obese, when he was in office, that was the first thing he legalized.
Yep, transgender. Same-sex marriage. That's wickedness.
His husband is a man.
Obama?
Yeah. Michael Robinson.
Yeah, and the whole world think that that's a woman. That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's a man.
And that's how they get y'all. That's the American dream. That's that sleep.
But
That's
most presidents have
Yeah, they promote that shit. And they only do it for the minds of the people. They like, oh, that's a strong ass woman, but nah, that's a woman.
man.
That's a strong ass man. Like a fucking NBA player.
Because
Got
he
some
always
big ass
say
hands.
he always be like me and Mike.
Me and my Mike. Who the fuck is Mike? Michelle, like,
You
come
call
on,
Michelle
man.
Mike for short.
That's gay as fuck. Excuse my language. That's gay.
But yeah, Barack Obama, just touching on real quick, he's a sodomite. But he's a sodomite in disguise.
Yeah, because people really believe that Michelle Obama is really a woman. They really believe that. They think
That was the
she-
deception.
Yeah, that was
And they be trying to say them kids is dead. And I'm like, man,
I'm not
they done showed the parents. Them kids look just like they were before. One daughter looked like the father, the other daughter looked just like the mother. Both of them. Matter of fact, I can prove that.
It's about to get real scary out here, man.
Yeah, it's spooky.
It's
man.
already scary, right?
Remember that lady that's supposed to have got hooked on the train?
Oh, yeah.
That shit was a farce, man. What? Seen the blood with after the fact.
What the fuck that blood in the sea, bro?
How you didn't get no
How the
blood?
fuck is like, that shit don't even make no sense.
If you got stabbed in the neck, that blood gonna be shooting everywhere. Everywhere.
That was one of the knives that when you go in.
No, he didn't have nothing to do.
Wow.
He didn't have anything to do, bro. That shit was a farce, man. See, he got a wicked way of seeing things. He assumed that people are so gullible that they'll see certain things and it will promote the balance that he's looking to incur, man. He's looking for this world to go at it with each other. He can't wait for civil war to transpire.
It's also best for us.
And it's not happening at, at the rate that he wanted to happen. So he's actually forcing things to occur. He's trying to play with your mind. You know what I'm saying?
I got a precept.
Just ready, right? Child affection.
And also, that's
That you use of a woman, right? Change that.
the Bible says they confess they sin at Sodom, bro. You just have two girls holding hands. Like, come on.
Meaning that they openly
They openly show their gay shit.
yeah,
They call
openly.
that shit again?
Sodomite.
Scissors?
Openly.
Carpet munching. Carpet munching.
So girls be into that weird shit. Even these niggas too, bro. It's
Yo,
so
you know what's
crazy.
crazy? Yo, the brothers said that too in the video. Black women hate black men so much that they go and pick a black mo as a friend so they can call each other women. But that's her way of degrading the black man against you. You know what I'm saying? So-called black man. But that's just her way of being a witch. And being hateful at the same time. Eve's great. Not all Eve, man.
Yeah, not all
Don't get me wrong.
Eve. Yeah, not all Eve.
Not all Eve, but those who
But the
fall in that
majority.
category,
The majority, because they brainwashed by Babylon, and they with the serpent, they with the devil, man. We saw Edom. what I'm saying? So they're gonna be how they was raised. You know what I'm saying? You can't change them. Only the Lord can change them. And we also understand, according to the Bible, that our women are like that towards us, so disrespectful and just out of pocket because of how we was to our power. The men. How we was to the Lord turned our women against us to put our enemies over us as a judgment. Put us in slavery, brought shame upon us. You know what I'm saying?
But
What kind of message is that?
It's Isaiah chapter.
These are the real parents, right? But the crazy part is, they was on every vacation that they took. When they took trips, these two people just walked like, who are they? Why are they there? Because they never gave you that free reign with the kids.
Oh, they never had legal custody.
No, they not. No, the parents is like, all right, we'll let you use our kids as a stunt. You like they're your children or whatever. But we gotta come with y'all everywhere y'all go. And they were just like tag along friends. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's how you fool the world, man. That's what's wrong with these people, man. They love to play tricks on your mind, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of deception out here. That's why they're groping in darkness. That's why this word is a lamp unto my feet, a light unto my path. It helps me see, this word helps us see through the darkness, helps us see through the lies and deception that Esau is pushing. That's a big lie, man. A lot of people still believe that Michael is Michelle and that they're a heterosexual couple. That they're actually kids. They're fake ass kids.
The fake kid.
Yep.
You don't want to do that shit, bro. 47.
It's Isaiah chapter 30, verse 9. It said, this is the rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah. And that's Israel in a nutshell. They don't want to hear the words of the Lord. They don't want to get, they don't want to hear what the prophets have to say. They scoff at the prophets. They ignore the message, right? Because they rebellious, hard-headed ass niggas. But guess what? That rebelliousness is the reason why 2/3 is gonna fucking die. Niggas don't want to hear life. Niggas love death, as it says in Proverbs the 9th chapter, I believe. All they who Proverbs the 8th chapter, all they who hate me love death. These niggas love death, bro. They love death because they hate life. They don't want to hear the living waters. And this is when you go back to Jeremiah the 2nd chapter. They offended the Lord because they did two things. They put away the Lord, and then they took on full pictures. They put away pictures that were full of his home and took on pictures that was made of holes. They threw away the true and living water, and now they take on pictures full of holes, man. Meaning that you took on philosophies and ways of life, lifestyles that don't benefit you as Israelites, man. That's completely vanity and it's stupid and it's foolish. Sottish, man. But these are the lifestyles you took. Following after the children of disobedience, following after the wicked of this world, trying to be like following after Satan, the prince of the power of the air, man. This is what happens. You became rebellious against Yahweh Shema Shah. In this society, in Esau's world, people know rebellion against Yahweh Shema Shah. Through his music, through his food, through his art, through his movies, through his TV shows. He teaches Jake and our people to rebel against the Lord. Everybody to hate the Lord, to not give the Lord credit.
What they say? They say
AI, through his technology, people looking at Esau like he the Most High. They giving him all the credit, they're not giving it to the Lord, man.
what they say? You got larceny in your heart. You need to be fooled because it's like the carrot and the rabbit with the stick.
Right.
You know, it's like you putting these things up and causing people to respond or react a certain way because that's who they really are. So if you dangle something in front of somebody who has a lust for those things, they're gonna go with that. They're gonna black out. Like their mind is gonna be transfixed on that thing that you're dangling in front of them. And that's the crazy part, man. The people like to be fooled. Reason being, they got larceny in their heart. They want that.
Gone.
I got a precept.
Let me finish. Let me read this. Come on, bring out your precept. I said bring out your precept.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 10, which says, "See to the seers, see not, and to the prophet, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things,
Right.
prophesy deceits."
Right, because they don't want to hear the hard truth, man. People enjoy a lie, man. A lie is fiction, man. And fiction is fairy tale. Fairy tale is what America is built on, man.
And it's comfortable.
It's what you call
And
that?
it pleads to their feelings.
Right, that white picket fence shit and all of that. Married, 2 kids. and all of
American
that.
dream.
American dream.
There you go.
That shit is a fairy tale, man. It never was that for us. You understand what I'm saying? We came over here to be abused and used, man.
And I go back to the Sirach, the 34th chapter, that they who dream dreams are foolish.
Exactly. Checking out Martin Luther King. Fooling up.
And anybody who believes in what he said, and anybody that believes in American dream,
White people and black people, boys and girls, gonna hold hand in hand. No, they not. They fucking not. And for you to tell people that, you was a fucking idiot.
yeah, he was
But
a
you was
sellout.
a paid informant. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? You was bought and paid for. That's why you did what you did, man.
Yeah, he was paid
You
by
know what I'm
MLS,
saying?
man.
Just like Rosa Parks. All these so-called black leaders and all that foolishness, that shit was a farce, man. You gotta understand, to be on that platform, man, to be somebody that can motivate or can change thoughts of people's minds, you have to work for them, man. You honestly believe they're gonna put you on their platform knowing you know some truth? And you out here speaking truth? How the hell you think, what's this dude, Farrakhan, been on circuit so fucking long? And they ain't knock his head off. Reason why? He's a fucking yes man. He's a yes man. He might be saying some things to those who don't know no better. But you can't fool the Israelite man.
Can't fool the elect.
You can't.
Can't fool the elect.
That's the scripture. And if they could, they would fool the gospel up, but they can't. The Lord is not allowing that.
Matthew, get that precept that the odd put out. If it be possible, they could deceive the very elect. Because
That's it.
Matthew, the 24th chapter.
Right.
I think 24. Like 31. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 10. It says, "Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit." So these people want lie. They want prophesy means to say the Lord. They want people to tell them that it's gonna be peace in America, that it ain't gonna be a famine, that the EBT gonna shut back on, that whole November, that whole news about EBT shutting down in November is a rumor, right? They want to hear that. They want to hear that they could still be that Eve can still, the so-called black woman don't need a man, that she could do it all by herself, that she could be independent, and it's okay to be a sodomite and do all that wickedness, man. It's okay to do drugs. Niggas want to hear that shit instead of the truth, man. Hence why they're gonna die. Because if you reject the truth, you're gonna die.
Yeah, she appreciates good food, but
But they're gonna die. Matter of fact, give me let me get Baruch 4:1.
Yeah, I remember.
Found this in Luke chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of Yahweh by Shemal Shai, the Bible, right? And the Lord that endure forever. So last week we had that idiot, me and the opposite, we had that idiot talking about the Lord was done away with.
What?
The Lord was done away with.
The law or the Lord?
The Lord was done away with. The Lord of the Bible. Yeah, I'm like, this dude didn't know what the hell he's talking about. Right. Because the scriptures clearly said that the laws endure forever. So how they done away with? How is Sean not going to do away with the law?
And he was a mole too, bro.
Yeah, because without no law, there's no sin. And see, what you sodomites, they hate the laws because it convicts them. It exposes them for being a demon. It exposes them for being off. You know what I'm saying? And they don't like that. It shines the light in the darkness. It convicts them, and they don't like the conviction. They don't like that feeling of getting cut. So that's why they hate the Lord. They say the Lord's done away with. That's why Esau pushes, because mostly that white plantation Christianity pushes that because Esau don't want to drink the cup. Let me tell you in Jeremiah 49:12, he's going to drink the cup. He don't want to face the wrath of the Lord. He don't want to receive his judgment for the atrocity that he did during the transatlantic slave trade. As a nation, they don't want to face that atrocity. That's what they scared of, that what they did in the past is going to come back to haunt them. And it will, because they're going to reap what they sow. The Lord is not mocked. I'll tell you that in Galatians 6 and 7. The Lord is not mocked, right? Whatever a man soweth, that's what he shall reap. And all the evil that they did to us, they're going to receive, man. Double. In righteousness, though, because we ain't doing no weirdo sodomite shit and eating people, none of that weirdo shit. No.
Doing the righteous.
I mean,
Book of Matthew chapter 5 verse 17, it says, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy but to fulfill. So the Lord saying, this is Yahweh saying that he came not to destroy the law nor the prophets. So the prophets are those that the Lord used as a mouthpiece to get his word across out to the people, right, to the masses. Right. So if the Lord is saying that he's not here to destroy the laws, what is he saying?
the laws endure forever.
Exactly.
The laws are going to stay here,
Gonna
right?
stay.
But to fulfill means prophecy.
Exactly.
Because a lot of people don't understand, especially those that have that white European plantation Christianity mindset, they don't understand that when it comes to the word fulfill means dealing with prophecy, because there were certain prophecies that had to take place on the earth regarding Yahweh Shai that was written about in the Old Testament. Him riding on the donkey was prophecy. That had to happen. Him going on the cross and laying down his life for our sins was prophecy. It had to happen, right? Them casting lots for his clothes while he was suffering on the cross was prophecy. It had to happen. See what I'm saying? Like that was prophecy. His birth was prophecy. So when it said not to do away but to fulfill, he was talking about prophecy, man. He came down here to fulfill certain prophecies regarding his life, man. Because that's what he was doing while his life was fulfilling prophecy. That's why when he read the scroll in the library, he said what? In thy hearing, this word has been fulfilled in your hearing. Meaning this prophecy has been fulfilled by him doing that very act. This prophecy was fulfilled. Yes. So the word fulfill means regarding to fulfilling prophecy, not doing away with the law. Because if there's no law, there's no sin. So that means you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Luciferianism. See, y'all niggas is wicked, man. That whole mindset is wicked. It's totally off. Because like I said, the law convicts them.
What's the I will do what I will not do? That's the thing.
And also the scripture said the law in Psalms of night, yeah. That's Romans 7, yeah.
Right there, that right there is a clear indication of the Lord's existence itself. Because you said without sin, without the law,
right.
So therefore there is a law in place. Why?
Because we still sin. Because 1 John 3 and 4, sin is a transgression of the law. And also with the people, regarding that mindset, they don't want to, because they don't want to feel correction, man. That's all it is. They don't want correction. They want to just do whatever they want to do. Without any repercussions.
Right. This is why they're doing this shit all day. Talking like this. Talking with their hands. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you don't get an opportunity to be heard, you feel like you're not right. People that, listen, the Lord gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for one reason. To listen twice as much as you talk. How are you going to gather information if you're running your platform now? How are you going to hear what's going on if you talking shit about the motherfucker who's saying something to you? How you going to not get your ass whipped if the man is telling you he want to walk away but you still running your mouth? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
What's that scripture, man? The mouth gonna get you sore strokes or something like that. I think it's a proverb. Your speech or your mouth, or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know what that's. You gotta stop. Oh. Well, you got a precept? You got a precept?
Yeah. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 6. A fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes. His mouth calls for strokes because of the things you say, man. You spewing out bullshit, you spewing out lies, and somebody will put their hands on you. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody can put their hands on you. It's right in your mouth. Leave it back. Because what? The fool's lips. That's the person who don't want correction. That's somebody who wants to hear smooth things. Prophesy to us smooth things, man. We don't want to hear the truth. We don't want you coming over here talking about the world is going to end. We don't want to hear that gloom and doom. That's what these Christians always talking about.
It's just people in general, just Jake in general.
God, my God is not like that. Okay, so you have your own God, right? That's the thing you put food in the corner for? You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. Yeah.
All right, Isaiah chapter 30, verse 11. Get ye out of the way, turn aside out of the path, call the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. So they don't want the prophecies to come out. They don't want the word wanting to come out. They don't want the word to come out because they hate the word. So the Lord ultimately hates them. You get prophets the first chapter? We start at 24th verse. The Lord ultimately hates. Yeah, 24th verse. But the Lord ultimately.
First verse or the first chapter?
No, first chapter, 24th verse. The Lord ultimately hates them. You know what I'm saying? Because they hate knowledge. They reject the counsel of the Lord. This is the Lord's counsel. And 2/3 hate the words of the Lord. So the Lord ultimately hates them. That's why they're going to be destroyed and thrown into destruction. And they're going to be caught up in judgment. They're going to die in the famine. The majority of Jake's going to die in that famine, man. When they hit the states, they're going to die in the famine, man. Their end is not going to be well. Because they rejected the word of the Lord.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 24. Because I have called and ye refused, and I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught at all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh.
Right, I will mock when your fear cometh.
I think the Lord
Because
is playing.
what's going to happen is the things that the Lord warned you about is going to come to pass. The true men of the Lord, that's why it says in Ezekiel 33:3, it says, when all these things shall come to pass, then you shall know that it was a prophet that been told. Because the things that the real prophets is saying is going to come to pass, because they receiving the message directly from the Lord. The Lord is dealing with those men. So he's telling them, hey, this is going to happen. And the Lord is warning Jake. The Lord has his men warning Jake. You know what I'm saying? He's warning them through his men, but they're not listening. So guess what? They're going to die. Right? They're going to be afraid. Right? They're going to be begging for help. They're going to be begging Yahweh Shema Shah for help. And he's going to ignore them, for majority of them, because they didn't receive the counsel. They didn't take heed to the warning. They didn't take heed to the message, man. They ignored it. They trusted oppression. Let me read this real quick.
That's why you gonna hit the fucking something with a hard ass head.
Isaiah chapter 30, verse 12. Wherefore thus saith the Lord, Holy One of Israel, because ye despised this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stayed therein. Meaning you love the system. You like, man, forget what the Hebrew Israelites were saying. Let me trust Esau. What the white man saying? You trust what the so-called experts, the so-called elites, the super rich was saying. We trust in what the government was saying. Over the counsel of the Lord. That's why it's not gonna end well for you 2/3 of these niggas in the world, man. It's not gonna end well for you. Because you put your trust in vanity, you put your trust in man. We put our trust in the Lord. Two big differences.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 1. Never trust thine enemy, for like iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Yeah, like iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Meaning that he's wicked, but he's humbling himself, disguising himself through his humility and try to make it seem he's not wicked, man. And that's why the scripture say, going back to Thessalonians 2 and 4, that the coming of the Son of Lord, the Son of Man cannot come unless that exactly, which is Esau, Edom.
Wicked, perverse, faggot, red devil. Excuse my language.
Esau, Edom. That's why he had to be exposed, man. Because he's hiding. He's hiding his identity through different bywords, through German, Russian, Italian, Frenchman, all Edomites.
He's a wicked,
With them nations going predominantly Edomites, you know what I'm saying? So, but they hide themselves in them layers. It seems like they're not Esau. I'm a Frenchman, I'm not Esau. I'm a German, I'm not Esau. I'm Italian, I'm not Esau. They all Esau. And your bloodline go back to Edom, the Uidumia, man. It's a Greek word for saying Edom. The majority of them are Edomites. Now we're gonna have our people that mingled amongst them, so-called black Native Americans and the Israelite foreigners. We're gonna have our people that look like Edomites, but they're not, because they got that salt, they got that flavor, they got that zeal for the Lord, man. And they experience it much differently than Edomites. Why? Because even though they look like Edomites, they're under the curses, so they experience the similar to Jacob, so-called black Native Americans, man. And similar to what we go into, you know what I'm saying? Because they are our people, they just look different. That's why hence I said Israelite foreigner, that speckled bird, that be on as a speckled bird, you know what I'm saying?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 64, verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue fall upon themselves. Right? Because you damn devils, y'all not secretive. I can't keep shit quiet. And ultimately, Yahushua making you tell on yourself, because you a devil, bro. What's done in the dark is gonna come in the light.
Like you can't hide no more.
You rape little boys.
You can't hide no more, E.
You kidnap children.
You can't hide no more, E.
You a pedophile, rapist, and a false accuser.
You can't hide no more.
You was
E.
a red devil. You ain't
can't
no white
hide
man.
no more, E.
All you white, so-called white folks, you Caucasians, you the dwellers of the Caucasus Mountains, the devil. A fucking caveman. You see what I'm saying? And you're gonna tell on yourself, ultimately because Yahushua said that you're gonna tell on yourself. You damn white folks is going to be slaves. Y'all gonna get your ass beat. Just like you broke up the Israelites, we're gonna fuck you up.
That's right.
And we ain't talking now. This is the humility part. Wait till Yahushua come back and step on your fucking neck. Watch. I'm just so angry, bro.
That's beautiful.
This is the book of Psalms. Hand just boom. Like that. You know how the Looney Tunes are like, it's that wild pretty shit. And have their heart come out their chest like This is the book of Psalms, chapter 64, verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue, fall upon themselves. And all they, it says, and all that see them shall flee away. Because y'all the damn devil.
All of your allies aren't going to be your allies anymore. People start to turn their back. Just today, not today, but a couple days ago, one of the top ranking admirals or lieutenants or whatever he is in the army or the navy or whatever, he just quit, outright quit, because a lot of these people aren't down with King Nero. The shit he's down with, he just killed a family in Trinidad. That boat strike was against a family of fishermen. There wasn't no drug dealers. They wasn't doing anything wrong. They were fishing men. And people like, nah, man, I don't want that type of blood on my head. I'm not doing that. Look, you got these dudes running around doing this ice shit. You got people in what town that was? It's a state. No, it's a town. I'm not saying it's a town, but street? Nah. On street? No. It's a black mayor who said if they come in this town looking to do the shit that they're doing all over in other places, we got tow trucks and all that in place, and they're gonna just lock up. We're gonna tow their vehicle. You know what I'm talking about? Accidents, because a lot of them dudes are law enforcement. And truth be told, they running around falsified. That's a big law that they're breaking. You understand what I'm saying? What you call that shit? To impersonate an officer? That's a crime, man. That's a huge crime. You understand what I'm saying? So these people, you know, Trump is giving these people free reign to do certain shit. Along the lines, he's breaking the law. He's breaking the law on all kinds of points. He actually trying to do away with these things so they can get away with stuff. Man. He went into the point where the police could just knock your ass off, and he's justified for doing it. No consequences, no repercussions. That's why they keep hanging black men, black boys, from trees in these different states. Because guess what? That sundown shit is starting to spread past the original sundown town. You got people, all that Make America Great shit. He really was trying to say bring superiority back. White supremacy.
But they ain't gonna get their power back.
No. But that's what he's trying to do. He's rallying people up, man. You got the people in fucking Pennsylvania walking around with pistols, man, with no license. Got their gun out. You understand what I'm saying? Mostly white people. You know what I'm saying? Mostly Edomite. But that's what's gonna happen. Black folks and the Mexicans down there, they can put hands on those folks, man. They're gonna start firing back. But that's what they want. They trying to what you call that? Civil unrest? So it's civil war. Black versus white. That's what they want. That's what they want.
Local Olympic standard, fuck your ass up.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of the world with cities. So the Lord is going to eviscerate the Edomites, Amalek, Esau, the whole nine, the whole nation. He's going to eviscerate them, evaporate them, exterminate them. Okay? There won't be no more Edomites. After the 1,000 years of slavery or servitude in the kingdom of heaven, the Edomites are going to be erased. They tell you that in the book of Obadiah, the first chapter, at the 18th verse. They're going to be stubborn. In the house, this is paraphrasing, the house of Judah shall be the flame, and the house of Joseph, the stubble. Yeah, the house of the flame, the fire.
I think it was Jerusalem and Israel.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was Joseph.
Yeah. You can bring that out. Bring that out. Obadiah 1:18. Because that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna be, after they do their time, being a slaves, being a back broken in, right? Terrors falling upon them for 1,000 years in the kingdom of heaven. Them Edomites, so-called YT man, is gonna get erased off the planet Earth. They still, their spirits is immortal. So they're gonna reincarnate as different nations. And there won't be no more Edomite. There won't be no more red man on earth. The beast man is gonna disappear. After the 1,000 years of slavery in the kingdom of heaven, the beast man is gonna disappear.
You're gonna come back as another nation traumatized.
Yep.
What's that? What you want?
I'm not 118.
Ain't that in the Bible?
No, it's in the Bible.
Verse 18.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you put the new they're helping, right?
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for a stubble.
Right. House of Joseph a fire. House of Jacob a flame, right?
And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame,
So
and the house of Esau for a stubble.
So Jacob shall be a fire, Joseph shall be a flame, and Esau gonna be stubborn. Then he's gonna be completely destroyed. And his existence, he's gonna be real low. He's gonna go back to his first state, which is to be the lowest among the nations, the basis of men. He's gonna be a fucking beast, and he's gonna be treated worse than a beast. Because even the animals in the animal kingdom and the kingdom of heaven gonna be treated better than the Edomite. The Edomites gonna be treated like shit. Exactly.
Everything will live for its purpose, but you're gonna be subject to fucking torture.
Metal soup.
Yep.
I ain't eating no soup. You eat grass, nigga.
Metal.
Oh, well, okay. So we're in the same spirit. In hay.
Metal soup.
That's hay, right?
Okay.
Metal?
See, no, I mean, it's like grass.
Bitter herbs.
Yeah.
Bitter sour shit.
They're gonna live off that for the 1,000 years, and they're gonna suffer, man. It's not good. Like I said, they did not a prophecy, and they come against the truth because they know they at the end, and they can't accept their future. That's their future. What we're reading in Obadiah 1:18 is their future. They're gonna suffer in the kingdom of heaven. Man. They're gonna be completely destroyed, completely subjugated.
See it in her face. But remember we was watching that video and Nick was like, he was saying that it's okay to have sex with a 3-year-old.
You know what?
You can marry a 3-year-old, remember?
Oh, Talmud.
Yeah, the child.
Oh yeah, out of the mountain.
Yeah. Talmud say it's okay for you to
Because
marry a
technically,
3-year-old.
you know, she's an adult when she gets her period, which is normally the age of 12, but we're not in our kingdom. So, you know, everything is.
But they don't do shit in
beneficial, not
righteousness
expedient.
anyway.
That's not like,
That's not right.
you know what I'm saying? We're not promoting that. You know what I'm saying? We're not promoting that at all. You know that, but that's what the scriptures say. You know, she's an adult when she's 12, when she gets her period, whatever age that is.
Right.
When she's around 12, 13, and we're not promoting that because
Point
it's not
is, right, because when she get her cycle, she's able to be a kid.
right.
And that's the point that they're trying to make. That's that's real deal. You know what I'm saying? It's
But
like a man.
but again, that she's technically an adult, but we're not in our kingdom. So if Jake would do that shit, he going to jail. He gonna be an R. Kelly, man. You dealing with young maidens. Yeah, you dealing with young maidens. You going to jail. You got released, right?
What the hell out of here?
And he was never injured. That was all farce. He's protected, bro. That was the whole thing. That was an act. Just like niggas said they went to the moon. You know what I'm saying? Nah, seriously.
No, I know that.
They protect them niggas. And Diddy got a lot of favor about him.
Right, because he got a lot of these people in business, man. You know, the same way they got you, he got them. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a cute motherfucker. It's like smile. You look at that grease on your face. He was like, you buttery as hell. Some shit like that. I was like, man, strange, bro. Like he did that with mad people, like just humiliating them.
But yeah, man, Esau going into captivity, famine, pestilence, war is coming into the land. And, you know, we bring these epistles out through the Spirit so that that day to come. All right? You got a precept?
Alright, well, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson, and we set out that warning, and we gave the elect, the believers, the men, women, and children that sincerely believe and watch, you know what I'm saying, the meet in due season, which is the prophecies concerning the times to come and the times we living in, you know what I'm saying? It's a high time to wake out of sleep, you know what I'm saying? Our salvation is clear, and when we believe America's about to be destroyed, all right, and get right with your power.
I want to bring this out. What's the second Ezra chapter 15, verse 15? It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Woe be death and destruction." So these people gonna be destroyed, man. Through famine, through pestilence, through teeth of wild beasts, hail, fire,
Pestilence gonna get crazy.
other judgments.
That's people gonna be kicking doors in, man. You know? People gonna be in your house kicking doors in, man.
Yeah, judgment is coming, man.
Yeah.
You know, in famine, a lot of people gonna die during the famine. And that's coming. But like I said, we pipe, but they did not dance. We sung, but they did not, you know, we sung, but they did not dance. They're completely ignoring what we're saying. So they're going to be destroyed, confused, like, what's going on? I need answers, help. Ain't no going to be no help for you. You're going to get judged. Verse 15, it says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh." And it is. These are all token signs, right? Through these reports that the elders and the brothers is bringing out, right? How you had the welfare recipients, 47 million getting cut off, bro. That's a sign that destruction is drawing nigh, man. That the sword is drawing nigh because they're gonna be pointing the sword at each other, killing each other for the lack of bread. So it said, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand against and fight against another." A civil war. So civil war gonna break out. This could lead to civil war. Because people ain't eating a couple days, you got food.
Coming in your crib, you in there
Yeah.
cooking, and you ain't put no towel under the door to make sure that smell won't come out in the hallway. They're gonna kick you door.
And they're gonna know because you put a towel on the door, you got food. You trying to hide it.
So
Boom,
I
boom,
smell
boom,
it.
boom, boom. Give me your shit before I shoot this whole shit up.
Yeah.
Yo.
But you know what's crazy? Jake, the stupid ass, he gonna use all these bullets to go out guns for no reason. You understand where I'm coming from?
Right.
Jake only got a clip. Jake ain't got 15 clips. Jake don't got boxes of motherfucking ammunition. Jake got 2 bullets. And Jake don't use it the first time.
Every time I walk around, I'm like, what the fuck you looking at? What's your problem, nigga? If you solve your problem, what the fuck you looking at me like you selfish for? Like,
That's good right there. You gotta
nah, I don't say nothing, but I'm just saying.
Right, I get it. No, because the thing is, you know who these people are. But they here to make sure you stay alive. You understand? Because the meek is always going to hurt the earth. You gotta be meek and humble, man. That's the only way you go. our powers is not Christian. Our powers come from up above, man. You know what I'm saying? From the spiritual. Tell them all, tell them all.
Yeah. Amen.
Our powers come from up above, man. You know what I'm saying? When you have our city out of shot, man. So we can't, I mean, you know, I understand. Like I said before, man, you know, I be wanting to knock some heads off my kids. But I know better. Spiritual. I've been there. Done that. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be spiritual. You know, ain't nothing to put curse on these dudes, man. You know, we know all of these curses, man. We can utilize it, man. Curse damn this place, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you gotta move spiritually. I believe, you know, I know these curses are wrong. You know what I'm saying? We got things different. What's in there? They took all that shit and I'm trying to get it. Exactly. Well, he ain't gonna do that. He gonna get it. He's gonna be burnt to a crisp. Burnt to a goddamn crisp. You saw something little extremely nasty. Yeah, yeah. All that bad smoke, that shit right there. Finish up.
You know what it says? For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power, man. So these people, it's gonna be lawless out here. People are not gonna give a damn about the laws, about the powers that be. They're gonna do whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna care about laws, man. The crime rate, lawlessness is gonna be at an all-time high because people are not gonna give a damn. It's gonna be every man for himself. They're gonna be trying to survive. So they're gonna give a damn what the governor say, what the president got to say, what the congressman got to say, what the mayor got to say. It won't be nothing.
Because you gotta think, man. The police, they're not gonna have a office. They're gonna have no reform. This all saying. Because these people are gonna be home, protecting their home, protecting their children.
It says
There
here,
ain't gonna be no goddamn precinct trying to sedate nobody.
right, it says sedition is the crime of inciting rebellion, insurrection, or violence against the lawful authority of the government. So these people are going to, are actually going to do what they did in January 6th. They're going to invade the Capitol building, man. Invading Capitol buildings, invading government buildings. Why? Because they're going to realize that their government is not going to help them, going to lead them ass high and dry. Hence Isaiah the 30th chapter. Woe unto you that trust in Egypt. That ass sent unto sin and not of my spirit. But ask not counsel of me. Because the government, the powers that be, they're going to leave your ass high and dry. When the famine hit, when crisis hit, and you're gonna be looking for help and answers, and they're not gonna help you. They already cut off their help because they cut off their government assistance. They already cut off their help. You know what I'm saying? So that sedition is dealing with insurrection of the power that be, because people don't realize these people don't care about us, man. That they let us out high and dry. They're in this time of need, in this time of vulnerability, in this time of crisis, and they're gonna invade the powers that be.
You can park at the.
They're gonna invade the powers that be. Yeah, I hate the sign. It says sedition is overtly conduct such as speech or organization that tends toward rebellion against the established order. And that's what you've seen in the movie Civil War, right? You had the group that at the end of the movie, they stormed the Capitol, right? And they killed the president. Yeah, they killed the Secret Service man. Then they killed the president. First they asked them to surrender the authority over to their power, to their leaders. They're like, nah, kill the president. So that was time is coming, man. You have a lot of people who are going to have, you know, they don't want to but we're going to be the next kings of rule.
Right.
Kingdom of heaven. I'm going to go Yahweh Shah,
Right.
King David in the 12 in that respected order, man. You know what I'm saying? In the respected order, and I'm going to we're going to rule. You know what I'm saying? With Lord Yahweh Shah, King David, the 12, 144,000, in its proper order, but we're gonna rule, man. That's all sign like, brother, you gotta reward the reports. You don't get slack. You get weakness, you're gonna receive your reward. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. I'm gonna deliver what I promise you. So again, 16 it says, for there shall be sedition among them, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the courses of their actions shall stand in their power. I mean, they're gonna do whatever they want to do. They're not listening to what the government got to say, no announcements. They gonna do whatever they want to do. They're breaking and entering, stealing, robbing, killing. They doing whatever they want to do, which is lawlessness, which is crime purging. That's the purge. Crime and lawlessness at an all-time high. No rules, no regulations, right? No order. So it's going to be chaos. It's going to be disorder. We chaos. We're going to be out here crashing out, losing their minds, doing all types of crazy shit. They're going to be like the purge. But there's going to be a season, not a day. Because the purge is one day when they were bugging out,
Right.
you know, just coming all type of wicked acts. Now it's going to be a season act. You know what I'm saying? Ain't going to be safe to walk out in the daytime with Jacob trouble. You're going to have to watch all your cues. We're going to be really have to move like Eli did in the book of Eli. Circumspect, wise, carefully, living carefully. You know, not trying to get attention from myself, not trying to be seen, not trying to start trouble, right? Being low key, being low profile. Because we need to come in them times, man. Death is going to be at every corner, trouble. But the Lord going to deliver it out of it. Ass niggas, man. That's disgusting. But that's the strong delusion. They think they can be a winner. Strong delusion.
You know when Spielberg got hit by the gun? Yeah, his face was used to looking all handsome and shit. Remember they was like changing his face? Kept having Yeah. That's us. Transgender, right?
It says, verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Right, going to get locked down. Martial law, they're going to be perfectly set up. If you go on the road and you don't have no real business, you're not business purpose, set to the side. And they're going to put you in custody. So it's going to be government lockdown. It's going to be government lockdowns. It's going to be civil martial law and government lockdowns, man. And also travel restrictions. You won't be able to get a passport and go into certain cities, man. There's gonna be travel restrictions.
Yeah, they got that situation out there. Where if you don't have your ID ain't gonna be no good.
Right, travel restrictions. And they're gonna get more strict in the time of Jacob trouble. They
got that.
They're gonna barely let anybody outside. Barely let somebody out the country, man. Barely. They putting strict restrictions.
If you don't have a passport or that certain special ID, you're not going to be able to get on a plane to go to another state. Not leave the country to go from one state
you won't be able to drive to another state because the tolls will stop you. They're going to have the National Guard. They're going to have the military at the tolls like, hey, man.
Once you go through that car is going to say who owns it. I mean, once you go through the toll, that car is going to pop up. It's going to be like, oh, this is so don't have that new ID, passport or nothing. Oh, you can't get it. Oh, it's going to stop us at the next joint. You know what I'm saying? You going to jail. What questions are? So then you go from there.
Right. Verse 18 it says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed. So trouble is coming to America because of the pride of this place. This is a proud fucking nation, man. Look at DJ Trump. Trouble is coming to this place. Famine, pestilence, civil war. Trouble is coming to this. Their houses shall be destroyed. Right. Because, wow, people going to be shooting this shit up, breaking and entering, looting the shit. You know what I'm saying? How's it going to look abandoned, man? Because it's not going to be safe to stay in one place. We're going to have to be a pilgrim. You know, moving around. It's not going to be safe to be staying in one spot. So yeah, these houses are going to look empty and abandoned because people have to move and migrate. People, and also too, because they're going to be damaged to other people. They're going to be trying to survive, man. They're going to house hopping, house to house, going to house searching, Salakia. Long terminology, house searching, going house to house, looking for fucking supplies.
They're going to be go ramsack and shit.
Shit gonna be like Fortnite.
Running around that.
Yep. Hard.
You almost done?
Yeah. And it says, and men shall be afraid. So these men gonna be terrified. So that's letting you know, men that got military training gonna be scared. Men that's physically fit, no martial arts, but they're not gonna be prepared to see and deal with the thing they're gonna deal with, man. Ain't no amount of doomsday prepping, military training, martial arts. Ain't that shit ain't gonna save you, man.
None of this.
Or if anything, all you're gonna be doing is storing supplies and resources for your life. Like in the movie, what's that called? The Road, where they found where they were stranded and they was wandering and they found that underground bunker and they
That little girl,
and they
right?
went in, huh?
Oh, I'm thinking
Yeah,
about leave the world behind.
No. That was I'm talking about The Road.
Oh, I saw that one too. She was in the bunker.
Yeah, they was in the underground
bunker.
bunker.
All that. Remember the weed plants?
I ain't even.
Yeah, they had a collection of movies and shit.
Yeah, they had the movies, the big ass TV. They had everything. She had bad food, they had bananas, all kinds of food.
Everything.
Yeah.
She was eating food from the stage. She didn't even know about the bunker.
Yeah, that's how they was fucked, right?
No, they was outside. They was looking for her.
Yeah.
But
That's gonna be like the elect.
But the trail led to that house, so they was gonna find her. Yeah. But I don't know. Did that door close? She got in there?
I think so, yeah. I think she did
Nah, it opened. Nah, I don't think it closed. I think it ended with her watching a friend show.
Right.
Her favorite show. But you
She
know,
wanted to watch that episode. She talked about that shit the whole movie.
she ain't care about nothing. She like,
I'm gonna watch that shit again. Because look,
I just watched that shit again the other night too.
that movie is Revelation of Method again. Planes falling out the sky.
Yeah.
They're gonna show you before they do it. They're gonna blow y'all niggas up. They told you.
right. And also too, when you was talking about with the underground bunker, it's gonna be like that with the elect. Like they had in the road, they found that underground bunker. They was getting good. They was like, oh man, we found food, water, plenty of
Check
water,
this
food.
out. The Lord might
Yeah,
put on my
yeah.
spirit to say this. The Lord might send a little earthquake where you fall on the ground and you just fall into somebody's bunker. You gonna think that you fucked, but you like, ah, damn. Listen, I can bust your ass real quick, but look at that. You know what I'm saying? Little earthquake. And these niggas are stupid. They think that, because these niggas look at 9/11 like, bro, the Lord can send a fucking earthquake and knock a whole bunch of buildings down. Just a little bit. All the ground needs to do this is this. And this whole shit is based, Babylon can end like that too. And the Lord, hands goes is up the Lord, so the Lord will have us walk somewhere and be outside, something like some big ass earthquake just fall on the ground, fall on a big ass log of cement. You know what I'm saying? You're like, damn. You're like, oh shit, is that avocados? Word, that's some eggs? Eggs?
Oh, a bowl of eggs.
Yeah. Electricity? Big screen TV? Internet? And nobody can get in. It's like the door gonna be open and you can just go in there and shut it. Boom, like a big ass safe for this one. Hey, you in there good. Now the Lord gonna come and save you. And that shit fireproof and all that. Everything cool.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's what we're looking forward to. As it says in Isaiah 65, 13 and 14. My servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry.
He's gonna hide his
My servant shall drink, and ye shall be thirsty. My servant shall have joy spirit, but ye shall have Oh, that's beautiful. Verse 19. Last point. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So it's going to be looting, killing, robbing, right? People are not going to trust each other, right? People going to be willing to kill each other and steal their resources because of the lack of bread and because of great tribulation. Because people are going to be in great trouble, great strength. People are going to be really tight. Resources, electricity, clean air, not air, but electricity, water. Resources are going to be very tight. So they're going to be scavenging, willing to kill, take life, destroy whatever. Get theirs. Get theirs, man. It's going to be it's already a dog.
I was just saying that in my head. That's crazy.
It's going to really be a doggy dog world. Niggas already selfish as it is now. And like I said, this didn't happen yet. Imagine when this happening. Niggas gonna really be selfish. They're gonna really turn a blind eye, man.
Yeah.
They're gonna be every man for himself. They not.
They gonna watch you get raped. They gonna close this door.
When they gonna hear it, they gonna be like,
I ain't going out there.
it's gonna be too dangerous to go out there.
You damn Skippy. They fuck around and rape you. See, you gotta understand.
Or they might have a sniper to hit you.
Them homos gonna be trying to get their free throw, man. They gonna be trying to do shit every second. You understand what I'm saying? Same way niggas gonna be running around trying to rape women. Like, oh yeah, this bitch fucking bitch would never want to speak to me. Every day I say hi to her funky ass and she shit. All right, I got to kick her ass. Knock her upside her head. Take it down, right? What you think the moves gonna be doing? You trying to do the same shit. Been looking at this motherfucker, he ain't never look back at me. Boop. Go ahead, man. Catch your ass on fire, you can choke you out and do you funky, man.
Like that movie Friday After Next.
Yeah. I'm a boy, damn it. Like, what the hell is your problem, man? Talk about you look like a Lucky Charm or some shit. Walk that nigga to the door. Get the fuck up out of here.
Did he catch up to him? Because his ride got dirty.
I don't know. No camera up there.
Yeah, she was okay. Nah, I like Friday, bro. Friday's a real classic. Can't watch all the time, though.
Oh, but great tribulation is coming because of the lack of bread.
They might walk around looking at it.
Yeah, man. So we're coming in some very serious times. So repent, seek ye the Lord while he may be found, and turn unto Yahweh by Shem Shah. Look at anybody.
Psalm 11.
Look it up. Lord willing, was an edifying lesson. We'll close on with that. Lord willing, we did our job and fed the lambs of Yahweh by Shem Shah. The brother gonna end up and close with the Psalm the 11th chapter. And we'll wrap this up.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 11 and verse 1. In the Lord Yahweh, in the name Yahweh Shai, put I my trust. How say ye to my soul, flee as a bird to your mountain? Question mark. For lo, the wicked bend their bow, they make ready their arrows upon the string, that they may privily shoot at the upright in heart. Verse 3. If the foundations be destroyed, what can the righteous do? Question mark. 4. Verse 4. The Lord Yahweh, in the name of his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, is in his holy temple. The Lord's throne is in heaven. His eyes beheld, his eyelids tried. What did they help me out? It says, it says his eyes behold, his children. It says his eyelids tried the children of men. The Lord Yahweh, in the name of his Son Yahweh Shai, triumph the righteous, but the wicked. It says the Lord triumphs the righteous, but the wicked and that loveth, it says, and him that loveth violence, his soul hateth. Upon, it says verse 6, upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and a horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup. For the righteous, Lord Yahweh, in the name of his only begotten Son, the Messiah, Yahweh Shai, loveth righteousness. His countenance doeth behold the upright.
And that's speaking about trusting in the Lord, because when you read verse 1, it says, in the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah put I my trust. How say ye to my soul, flee as a bird to the mountains? So how you trusting in the government and their power when you supposed to be trusting in the Lord? King David trusted in the Lord. He trusted in his power. You trusted in the powers that be, the government. And y'all gonna be sorely disappointed when y'all realize that the powers that be fail you. That they turn their back on you, that they abandon you by taking away your benefits, your Section 8, your EBT, your welfare, man. Y'all gonna be really upset, man. You get what I'm trying to say? And it's gonna be good for y'all because y'all didn't trust in the Lord. It's all about trusting in Yahweh Shema Shah, and that's why the elect.
That's right, young fella.
Yeah, we teach it.
Let's cross. Look, we're gonna cross. Have a good one.
All right, bye.
I see you.
Yeah.
Child too, he's like this.
Lord might have mercy on that family.
Yeah.
Just for
What I just said.
just for taking time.
Single woman,
Right. That's
every time we see it. Every time we see it. I'm glad to see him every Sunday we out here.
Y'all seen it before. Yeah.
Seen her a couple times.
So, but like the scripture say, don't hinder these little ones from coming, for the kingdom of heaven was made for their sake. So that's spiritual because it was made for the little ones, man. You know, the little ones, Lord might have mercy on them, you know. Lord definitely gonna have mercy on them, man. You know, because they considered even children, so the Lord might spare them. They could be of the elect, but
That's how the Lord is showing power too. He make a baby turn into a god. Eyes just light up in the stroller.
Yup. Go crazy. See, you know, kids, they got unlimited sources. You know what I'm saying? Because it's nothing that hinders them. They don't have blockers like we do. You know what I'm saying? They got unlimited. Like, if they was to imagine if they had that type of power and they just, they're unleash some shit. You know, kids got imaginations too. A swarm of bees.
Yeah, the Lord should get them telekinesis.
Yeah,
Get that baby man, he gonna
they're unleash a swarm of bees on you. That shit turn into a fucking big hammer. Watch you inside that shit, man.
con. But the elect con. And the elect will trust in Yahweh Shema Shah. So that's who's gonna make it in Jacob's trouble. That's who's gonna be fed in the famine. That's who's gonna make it in our temptation. That's who's gonna make it in throughout the trials that we're gonna face, these evils that's coming upon the earth, is the elect, because the Lord's gonna strengthen his elect. He's gonna help his elect up into that point and beyond to the chariots and ultimately being the elect. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, we of the elect. That's why in Zechariah 9 and 12 we say we the prisoners of hope.
She can sing it out?
Yeah. Yeah, somebody, she make herself an open prayer. She's a fool. Like the scripture says, she has no wisdom. Don't put in 17. No wisdom.
Sloppy drunk, falling all over. Somebody gonna take her home and don't talk. She'll get violated, you know what's crazy? She'll get violated and go back out the next weekend. Like nothing never happened. Right, that drunk. That's crazy. Anyway. Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson.
And keep the faith. You know, as I said, I fought the good fight. I ran the race. I kept the faith. Keep the faith. Because we're striving and being tested to see if we are the elect. Because as it is written, through the fire you shall know my chosen. That's the rock. 2nd Ezra 73. So we're hoping and praying that, you know, that we, Lord willing, we pass the test, that we of the elect, and we're going to be taken care of in the living, man. You got to trust that. You got to believe that, man. But you got to keep the faith. No matter if you're in a low state, keep praying. If you're in a weak state, keep praying, keep hoping in the Lord's mercy, and keep pushing forward, man. Like the song says, don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing.
You gotta stay believing, man. And what's the other song? Living on a Prayer. Take my hand, I'll make it, I swear.
You good on that one. I don't know that one.
I know the other one. Don't you really wanna live forever?
That's another one, man. That's a spiritual song, yeah. Forever young. Because these are the promises. We're going to get immortality. And it says in Corinthians, the 15th chapter, right? Talking about getting that 50 song at the 52nd verse. We're going to get those new bodies. You see what I'm saying? So when we get beamed up in the chariot and it's sprinkling in that moment, in that second, we're going to get those new bodies. Because of our eyes. We're going to be immortal. We're going to be youthful. We're going to have crowns.
Ready to take vengeance.
Yeah, and the Lord going to send his men out as hunters, man. So right now we fishing, but we're going to be hunting. But trust in the Lord. The Lord did not give up on you. The Lord prayed for you. The Lord died for you. The Lord made sacrifices for you to be here. He went out his way to lay down his life so that you could have a chance to receive his word. Do not, Khan, he spoke up to you to the Father of spirits. That takes some type of like, whoa, I'm shocked with different. He faced the Father of spirits. He spoke to you. That's scary. Even the angels know, but how was y'all for on your behalf? So you gotta show works, man. You gotta show works to give to Yahweh Shah so that he can negotiate with the Father and give you mercy, man.
Speaking for you, that's right.
So don't you dare give up. Don't make the Lord to an open shame. Keep the fight.
Every day the Lord is talking about you, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta have work that the Lord can be like, yeah, he's doing this, he's doing the reaping. He's praying. You know what I'm saying? Lord, have mercy on him. If the Lord go to the Heavenly Father and he said, oh man, I don't really got much to show for him, but you know, he still believes and he's going slow. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give your house shot something so that he can bring to the Father. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna feel it in the spirit when you're doing right. Do the work, man. Flowers, strong churches in heaven where it's Martha, you just keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? Get your spirit right, keep doing this work, it's gonna pay off. That's not bread upon the waters, thou shalt see after many days.
Right, you're going to reap the reward. You're going to reap what you sow.
You're investing right now. You're investing in the Lord. You believed in the Lord when he wasn't even nothing for God. I was saying, when he wasn't even right. When he wasn't even ruling on the earth yet. You know what I'm saying? And you believed and you did his work and you helped him plow and you helped him do all his work forward in his gospel. You're going to be greatly rewarded. You know what I'm saying? And ignore those satanic thoughts that we get talking about your we are unprofitable servants, but your work does profit. You will see a return. This is a spiritual investment that's for our life, for our life.
Right, and that was spoken out of humility. Be humble. Oh, that's a cherry.
You see it, right?
Ooh, that's a cherry.
Nothing else is moving, but that one is right.
That was a cherry.
We'll make it this clouds is chariot.
Psalm 104.
Right.
Woo. Wow. So with that, Lord, what is an edifying lesson? So like the brother said it beautifully, man. Stay trusting in the Lord and do the works. Wow.
Looking straight at him. That was different. Looks like it's different. Nope, it's still there.
Oh, I see that one moving. Yeah.
Still going on.
Wow, that's the Lord. That's right. So Lord willing.
That video with a cherry eating a plane or a helicopter? That shit looks so fake, bro. That was real. Like it looks so like something they never seen. It swallowed it. It swallowed it.
Oh, that was flight. I forgot flight something.
Yo,
that was a whole airline.
And they were speaking about it too.
Yeah, that was a flight.
And then it came into one board. The chairs came together, and it just.
Yep. That was an actual flight. That was an actual airline plane. That shit was missing. They were looking for that for weeks. They didn't find nobody. Everybody was missing on that plane. So they just pursued
that shit look like some Simpson shit. That shit
That's scripture. Remember the Lord opened up the ground? They got swallowed up like down.
Right.
Same thing. That plane.
Or like in the prayer of Bell and the dragon. That portal. I speak as a man. They go over that portal. Jeremiah. Daniel. Yeah, I think one of the prophets to Daniel. But the angel opened the portal, grabbed him by the head.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was Habakkuk, right? Going to Daniel?
I believe so.
Yes, it was.
He told him to go over there.
When Daniel was in the lion's den.
Yup.
He
Like,
grabbed
how
him
I'ma
by
do
his
that?
hair, yo.
Brace yourself, fool.
The angel of the Lord. So Lord willing, I hope this was an edifying lesson. And like the brother said, keep the faith, stay strong, and keep pushing forward, man. We're 1 week closer, we're 1 day closer to the kingdom. And keep that in mind. And with that, we give him honor, all praises, and all glory to Yahweh, Ma'ashem, Yahushua, Ma'ashem, Rakakadah. Khan, double honors to our elder apostles, a great millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect, to the house of David. And Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson to the lands and sheep of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. From Yasharala,
Kwam Yasharala,
Abba Babor,
Abba Babor,
Kazak Ba,
Kazak Ba,
strength in, Shalom, to the hopeful elect, Shalom. Shalom.
Stay strong. Keep pushing, keep believing. Keep faith.
That's right, Shalom. Keep plowing, keep moving forward. Shalom.
Come on.